What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hugo Smokes. I'm your host, Hugo, and today I'm going to be smoking the Partagas Serie D number 4. This is a 4 and 7/8 by 50 ring gauge robusto, and it is probably the most recognized Partagas cigar on the face of the planet. It's a cigar that's part of the global branding of Habanos, and you're gonna be able to pick up this cigar pretty much at any La Casa del Habano or Habano specialist store in the world. So that is the reason why you see this cigar everywhere, and there's a lot of reviews on it. A lot of people smoke it. Again, it's got all tobacco from Cuba, from the Vuelta Bajo region. And the one thing I want to point out is that Habanos classifies this one as a more of a full body smoke, but the scale on Habanos Fortaleza is a little bit different than the New World stuff. So probably is somewhere between medium to full, comparing it to the New World scale. By the way, before we get started on this thing, this cigar was actually sent into the channel from Greg of Tip Top Smoke in a care package he sent over a while back. So I smoked a few cigars from that pack, and this is number 3 or 4, I guess. So, Greg, thanks for sending this one in. Hope you're watching, buddy. And let's go ahead and appreciate the very nice, luscious wrapper. Semi-silky, several veins on it. And I pre-cut the cap because it was super high in RH. Compared to the foot, which you can see is nice and packed. But let me go ahead and straight cut this bad boy. See what the draw is like. Hopefully it's good. Lots of shavings on this thing. Yeah, don't be scared to tap the cap once you cut it, because there's a lot of shavings that otherwise would go into your throat and stuff, and it doesn't feel good. Wow. Very vintage notes coming off for the cold draw. I don't know what year the box was on this thing. Again, it was just sent into the channel, but yeah, very excited to smoke the cigar. So let me get it lit up, get into the first third, and I will be back for my introduction. Welcome back at the end of the first third of this Partagas Serie D. Check out the nice burn line, a little bit wavy. The ash is nice and stacked, flaky characteristic on this one. Pretty interested to see that. So again, it's a cigar from the regular production of Partagas, and personally, when people ask me if I'm able to pick up Cubans, what should I pick up, I always say, like, just regular production stuff, man. Just get your feet wet, smoke a lot of these, and then go into the LEs, the regional stuff like that. But man, great start off on this cigar. And to explain a little bit of what they mean from full-bodied Fortaleza is, I get it. It's got a robust coffee flavor here at the beginning on the palate. Some zesty tones like citrus, lime and orange peel. Alternating layers of like a nutty tone coming in, but just right in the background. And rounding off the first third, there's just a slight earth tone coming in, and somewhat of a leather note as well. And the magic on this cigar actually happens on the retrohale. Super nutty. Some light white pepper coming in as spice. There's a very distinguishable, I'm calling it sour apple note. Some people might call it, I don't know, peach, pear. It's just like a sour fruit, which reminds me of like a sour apple. And then some sweetness on the finish, so kind of like a honey graham cracker type of deal going on. So very nice balance on this cigar. I like it. Obviously pairing it with coffee this morning. So going great. Let me keep smoking the cigar down past the second third, right below the primary band, and I will be back for my next update. Welcome back at the end of the second third of this Partagas. Burn lines catching up. Ash is still nice and stacked. So flaky characteristic, and it is going great. So there's more action on the palate. That robust coffee note turning more into like a creamy espresso latte style coffee. So love that for sure. More citrus zest on the palate as well. And the earth tone is also increasing in intensity. It's musty, it's damp. That style of earth tone, if you may. And, alternating layers of like a semi floral note coming in. And on the retrohale, the nuttiness is intensifying, so I like that. Decrease on the white pepper sting. So, by the way, the sting on the first third on the retro was about 2 to 3 clicks out of 10. And here in the second third, it's like 1 to 2, so very minimal. So much for a full strength smoke, right? I think it's more like of a full body they're talking about. So, luscious flavors. And lastly, on the retro, there's an increase in the sweetness on the finish. So, that's a byproduct of the latte nutty tones that I'm picking up. And that sour fruity tone that I picked up in the beginning is, is no longer present. So it's gone. Wish that would come back here at the end of the cigar. So let me just smoke as far as I can. And I'll be back for my final update and closing thoughts on this Partagas D4. Welcome back at the end of this Partagas, and I accidentally cracked the wrapper there with my nubber, but construction is so strong on this bad boy. Nice burn line, nice stack dash, and just plumes of smoke on this bad boy still, right? So great performance on this Partagas D4. Just some main notes here on the palate. On the last third, intensified floorness on the palate, an earth tone that's sometimes aggressive, sometimes backs down, and semi-nutty still. So pretty good combo there. On the retro, the floorness also intensified. Coffee notes still present in the form of a creamy latte type of style going on there. Now more spice on the retrohale, but it's like a clean cinnamon anise spice, black star anise. And it's 3 to 4 clicks out of 10, so medium minus in my scale. So overall, very impressed with this cigar. Thank you, Greg, for sending this treat over. Appreciate that, buddy. Now, the price on this cigar, it seems to be pretty consistent at around $35 a cigar. There's 3 options available for this, actually 4, because some places have singles, which I don't recommend buying singles of Cubans if you're able to locate them, because sometimes packages get open and stuff gets mistreated. So boxes is the way to go on this. So there's a 3 count aluminum tubos, there's a 10 count box, and there's a 25 count box. So this one here is definitely a box worthy cigar for me, and I would say at least a 10 count box for sure. You're looking at around $350, something like that. If you have the money to invest in that, again, it will be a long-term investment. The longer you sit on these cigars, the better they're gonna get. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Sub to my channel if you haven't, Smoke Society Podcast. I got a Patreon going on to support the channel, expenses for equipment, buy cigars and stuff like that. So if you guys want to contribute, comes with a membership to the Discord lounge, which we hang out almost every day there on the chat, on video when I do reviews. Actually, the guys are like waiting for me right there right now. But yeah, that's all I have on this review. If you've had the cigar before, if you like it, let me know your thoughts. And if you don't, let me know also why. All right, catch you guys on the next one.